Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, Nel B Life. I'm Nelson and I'm here with my wife Felice. And we want to share with you our experience on going on my first safari experience in East Africa. My wife has been there before. She'll give us an introduction of how all of this came about and how we got started. So honey, tell us how did this come about for us?
So, like Nelson said, this is my second trip to Tanzania and my first time to Kenya on safari, but I have been planning for over a year because I really wanted Nelson to be able to experience safari and to know why I love Africa so much. And so even though we had some issues with obtaining our Kenya visa, to God be the glory, we were able to get to Kenya safely and start our safari adventure, which it definitely was a magnificent adventure.
So we traveled with Earthlife Expedition. Their headquarters out of Tanzania. And my wife arranged our adventure. We brought along another couple of hours, good friends, Dexter and Claudette, thank you. And we all had a fantastic time after arriving there. So we're going to share with you a series of videos, starting with our departure from Charlotte to our arrival in Nairobi, and then our daily adventure while we were on the continent. So please stay tuned and I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching. Because of the delay in receiving our Kenya visa, we had to rebook our travel. Originally we were scheduled to travel Charlotte to London, London to Nairobi. Now we are having to fly from Charlotte to London, London to Doha, and then Doha to Nairobi. So we've made it to London, England. Our first time being on the soil. We're in the terminal. It's been a long, hectic battle to make it this far. We've been dealing with visa issues to get into Kenya that delayed our departure and arrival to this point by a day. Our travel partners are held up. One of them, their visa hadn't come through yet, so hopefully and prayerfully they'll be right behind us and we'll reunite here in the terminal here in London. Hopefully they were able to get on the next flight. So our flight that we're connecting to will take us to Qatar, and that's not until this afternoon. So we flew overnight from Charlotte to London. It's around 10:30 London time. That makes it 5:25 Eastern Standard Time. So running off a little adrenaline right now, but looking forward to this. We're finally underway, and hopefully the remainder of our trip will be seamless. So stay tuned. I'm excited. Like being in Manhattan. It's lunchtime, and since we're in London, England, of course I had to try out the authentic fish and chips. My wife got quesadillas. So after spending about 6.5 hours in the terminal, it's now time to board our flight from London to Doha, Qatar. I must say, British Airways, the liner that we were on, was very nice. So much more legroom than on the American airline, and the food there was really good. I'm glad to have that since we spent all the time flying. Doha, Qatar terminal is amazing. It's like a really upscale shopping mall. All of the fine stores that you would see on Fifth Avenue in Manhattan were there in this terminal. Quite impressive to see all of that. So we left Charlotte sometime Sunday evening, arrived in London Monday morning, left London Monday evening, arrived in Doha, Qatar uh, Monday evening, and now we're on the final leg to Nairobi, which we should arrive sometime in the morning. Qatar Airways was really upscale, very nice seating. The cabin crew was great. The food was great. It was a pleasure flying Qatar Airlines. I hope to do it again at some point soon. It's early Tuesday morning, and we have arrived in Nairobi, Kenya, at last. Just when I thought our travel woes were behind us, we get to Kenya, Nairobi, and my baggage didn't make the connection from Doha to Nairobi. So I had to fill out forms, and hopefully I'll receive it in the morning on the next flight coming in, they said. At this point, I'm just happy to be in Nairobi, my first time there. So I'm not too overly concerned about the luggage. I have my camera equipment, which is the main thing at this point. Upon our arrival, our guide Mike was there waiting for us, and he gave us a ride from the airport to our great hotel in Nairobi, the Pyramid, and we are waiting for our travel partners to arrive at this point. We had lunch, then we retired to our room. That evening, we were pretty tired, so we just ordered room service, and they delivered a wonderful dinner for us. It's been quite an adventure to this point, but we made it to Africa, and I am so happy. Good night, everybody, and tune back in for our first day of safari coming up soon.